Hey YouTube, Z38 here. We're going to be talking about some warding spots. I know it's been a little while. I was busy with finals and I secured an internship on Wall Street, which is pretty exciting. So we're going to go back to making some videos and let's get right into it. So number one is we're just going to look at the bot lane here. So let's say a jungler is coming into gank and you're just like, farming happily and enemies are over there. If a jungler comes in, he can actually sneak through here, like this little patch. So you ward this and you think you're safe, but you're not, because this little patch is actually like not part of the vision. It's kind of hard to explain, but like you can sneak through, and a jungler can like sit here. So for example, let's say I'm like the enemy jungler's a Rengar. If he's running through here, by the time he gets here, it doesn't matter if you see him because you're just dead. He'll jump on you. So to avoid this, what you can do is either like ward here, throw a ward here, throw a ward here, and this will kind of give you either the alcove, you get to see the jungler coming in, or if you really want to, you can like ward here. That way you can see if anyone comes into the bush. So yeah, these are kind of the alcove protective wards. So if you're in the middle, or if you know their jungler's bot side, then if you're in the middle of the wave, or if the jungler's bot side, these are some good wards you can use. Okay, then we're gonna go to the kind of wards you have to practice. So here, you literally just put your cursor on the left side of this. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure a lot of you know that already. You can sort of do it like at any point along this wall. It's not that hard. Okay, so now there's going to be a tricky one here. We're going to walk. This is actually really frustrating, honestly. You walk over to like this area below these trees. If you zoom in, you see these rocks, right? So see how my cursor just turns red here, like right at this rock? You left click, and ta-da, you have vision of the tri-bush. So it's really a pain to do, but like you have to put your cursor, like just have your cursor point at this rock. Oh, oh my. Yeah, as I said, like honestly you might even just want to go out with the forget smartcast, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is a tricky one. I'm still practicing myself, as you can see. Okay, then another word for supports. If you're sitting here, just ward, like you have to get all the way to the end here, and you can ward over. That's kind of helpful. If you're in Dragon Pit, if you kind of like ward, click between these trees. You get it? Oh wait, you don't. Oh my. There we go. You have to kind of more like a little bit after you're in between. I think there's like a little rock here maybe. You basically have to like click on this rock, and it's in between the trees, so just make sure your cursor is like far out enough. You don't want it to be like, if it's here, that's not good. You want your cursor to be out here. Okay. Then okay, yeah, then there's also the classic bot lane TP ward. So let's say you're pushing in, the enemy just recalled, so the waves are going to reset, right? You can throw a ward here, or like here, so it's not in range of the tower, and you let the enemy push up, and if your top laner has TP, like that top lane Malphite can TP there, ult in, easy kills, and that's pretty solid. Aside from that, if you just like to go over quickly, if you're warding a support, you should try to get a ward in here. I don't know. I don't really like the try. Some people do. You can do that trick even to get into the try. Get some deep ward on Gromp, or if you want to ward their blue buff, I like warding over there, because a lot of times if the enemy's behind, they'll pink ward this, but they might pink ward the edge. So if you look very carefully, see like this line, if they ward on the edge, this actually, like your ward on blue buff actually gets by. It doesn't, like they can't see, it doesn't get denied. So if I want to ward blue buff, I do that. Then you can ward wolves, you can ward over here. You can ward over here. Now, pink wards, usually, usually your ADC should buy it, and they should put one, depending on how well you're doing, usually in the tri-bush. But if you have a pink ward, you can put one here, you can put one like over here, you can put one over here. If you really want to, you might be able to put one over here. If you have a lot more freedom. If you're behind though, you definitely want to put one in here, so that way you know if the enemy jungler comes in to invade your jungler, help him out a little. And you might want to put one like over here, just to help your mid laner kind of relax. And that way they can push up. If they're behind, they can get that extra 20 farm or whatever. Okay. Oh, and then there's Baron here. So at the tip of this rock, like the point of this rock, you can get the ward off. Okay, so now there's actually this super crazy ward that you can do here and get into this bush. So there's a few steps. First, you flash. Second, you ward. And then third, you type /D. Okay, and then if you want to, you can AFK at that point. Alright, that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. I'll see you guys next time.